My name is David. I go by the name of Big Sleeps. I'm 51 years old, and I was born and raised in the Pico Union District of Los Angeles, California.
Conozca la historia de Big Sleep.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to break dance, do the Macarena. I'm recognized for my tattoo work, obviously, and I've been tattooing since I was a teenager. Started out experimental, marking up the kids in the neighborhood. Growing up where I grew up, beautiful community, right? A lot of talent came out of there from the breakdancing days and artists and Psycho Realm, right?
Cali, Colombia. That's all you need, baby.
But there was also the gang aspect of growing up in that area, in that community. I made a lot of bad choices, suffered several gunshot wounds, ended up in and out of California Youth Authority, state prison.
Far from jail cells, right?
Bringing that shit worldwide, homie. J26054, motherfucker. Don't forget that. 59073. I forgot the other one.
Later on, when I decided that I made enough bad choices and I wanted to kind of get my life together, I was able to use the lettering, right?
It's going down in Sweden, homie. Big Sleeps, Bates, about to get it in. Broad daylight, center of the city, man. Let's do this.
Trying to further my career and start distancing myself from a negative lifestyle, right? Doesn't feel like work to me, It's something that I'm passionate about. The fact that I was able to make good money at it, right, and used it as a catalyst to even enhance my art career is an amazing testament to how far you can go when you stick to something that you believe in,
The Saturn piece that they have here, it's like a tribute to their city. Try to go the extra mile like I do with everything else, man. I'm gonna put a bunch of words that have to do with Colombia, with their indigenous history and stuff like that, and we're gonna kill it.
It wasn't easy, and it took a lot of time to really get something that was looked at, as a non-artistic form of writing and push the boundaries with it and bring it into the world of fine art and museums. And even more importantly, to use my story of bad choices and overcoming those bad choices to inspire kids in the neighborhoods by bringing workshops.
We want to welcome you to Art Night at Toberman Park. So this is a great turnout.
The negative to positive aspect of this is what makes it all like full circle, man. A blessing in my life, right?
Real.
Thank you, Big Sleep.
We ready or what? Today, I'm not here to promote an art show. I'm not here to do the regular Big Sleeps, tattoo events or anything. I'm even shaking as I say this, man. I'm here for a whole different reason. I'm here to ask for a living kidney donor, man. I'm looking for somebody to help me save my life, guys. I've been battling kidney disease for several years now, and it's funny as this sounds, when I reached what I felt like was the highest point in my life to finally buy a home, and same day I got the keys, same day I got the news. You have chronic kidney disease. God put me in this position at this point in my life to share this story. Just putting this video together, I felt like was the best approach to trying to really reach, somebody out there that's gonna hear my story or just know about my story and wanna help me, continue living, guys. Normally I don't get shook or I don't break down on, speaking about things or in public or, traumatic events. But man, right now, I'm at a very crucial part of my life, man, and I want to live, guys. For those that know me and, you know about my past and you know about my story, I've always used, negative things to inspire others, right? I've been shot multiple times, overcame that, almost died each time, overcame major surgery. Never felt scared the way I do today, man. I think kidney disease is very different. It's a scary feeling to think, if I don't have a donor soon, I'm gonna be on dialysis. You start, battling all these thoughts, and, most of our families as Latinos, or maybe even African Americans or minorities, ain't educated on this stuff, guys. And, You know, that's one of the reasons I decided to sit in this chair and just talk to you guys about it, you know?
You feel alone. You feel like no one understands. You feel like the struggle becomes very intensified, and then you hear the doctor saying you're gonna get ready for a dialysis or a kidney transplant. How you doing? My name's Mark Coronel. I'm a kidney transplant recipient. I've had a kidney transplant for almost 6 years now, and I'm here to raise awareness about living kidney donation. I was a former amateur boxer hoping to go pro. It stopped me when I got kidney disease to not get that championship belt that I was hoping one day I can get. It takes 15 medications a day, 105 a week, 420 a month, 5,040 pills a year, just for me to stay alive with this kidney transplant. This is how many medications you take. The truth is, it's painful. The truth is your life does change. Dialysis, for those who don't know what it is, you're on a chair 3 hours a day. It takes you an hour to get there. It takes you an hour to get back home. It takes 2 hours to recover. That's an 8-hour shift just to stay alive. It's important to know that transplant is a treatment. It's not a cure-all. What it does give me the opportunity to not stay on a chair for 3 hours and to make an impact to the communities like people like David.
Processing this is very tough, but it's very necessary for me to put this out there. You don't even know you have it. You don't feel sick. You know, fooling around with the idea, thinking, well, I don't feel sick. Maybe I'm not as sick as they say. Still moving around thinking I was okay, but that's not the case, right? A lot of people don't even realize they're walking around with kidney disease.
The fight and journey of a patient like David, myself, and the 37 million people who are diagnosed with it is to find that peace in this war that we fight. The same way I met David was the same way a person reached out to me when I was looking for a donor. I was lost, I was Googling things, and because I didn't have community and I didn't have the people to come around and say, look, this is what I'm going through. The toughest battle is being lost in a war zone. Because it's so hard to find this community when vulnerability is one of the things that are frowned upon. And for us to actually do that, to share that story, and believing in hope when all else fails, because in this hole and this darkness that we create, we have to always try to find light. And the only way we do that is to get with people who understand the journey. Tangible, this is tangible. I kept every single pill for the next 6 months on my first diagnosis.
Wow, bro.
Think about living kidney donation. Because we realize that a healthy person has 1,000 wishes and a sick person has one. And that's only to be healthy.
You know, as the most sincere way of making a video like this, I think I wanted to, you know, put myself out there in a vulnerable position, right, to share something that I feel like most people in our community or the Latino community might be real private about or whatever. I'm here to inspire some of you guys that might be sitting in my shoes, scared as hell, and not know what to do, you know? I want to help. I want to use my story the same way I've used it throughout my life, right? You know, to inspire others with my art and with everything. I want to use this situation to, you know, reach other people. Bringing all this to the table, this plea that I'm putting out, is with true sincerity, man, and with the hope, you know, that somebody sees this story and is willing to help me, you know, is willing to say, hey, I'll donate a kidney to you, bro. Thank you very much, man. Pleasure talking to you guys. We'll be in touch, man.
Boom. That was it. That was it.
Yeah? Should we do another one? Now you talk, man.
Hang tight for a little bit.
Say something, man.
I'll get some shots of you.